So hey, did you know I'm actually a wizard?
No.
Watch. Lumos.
Oh.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and...
Did you forget something?
Is it my breath?
The light.
Oh! Hold on. Lumos.
Okay, you're a wizard.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and welcome to our review for Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. This movie was directed by David Yates, the director of Harry Potter's 5, 6, 7 Part 1, 7 Part 2, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And this movie was also written by J.K. Rowling. You all know who she is. This is the sequel to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which was released in 2016, and it follows Newt Scamander, who this time is in Paris. He's played by Eddie Redmayne, and he continues to catalog Fantastic Beasts and tell us where to find them. However, there is a new movement forming, and it's formed by the mysterious and sinister Grindelwald, played by Johnny Depp. Allow me to introduce my friend. This is the Unique Flim Fan. Follow him on Twitter at Unique Flim Fan. He's got a great account. He doesn't talk about politics. Yay for that. And we both love Harry Potter, obviously. The wands and, you know, the shirt and everything. He's got a Hogwarts shirt on.
Yep. I'm a Gryffindor.
I'm a Slytherin, so naturally we're enemies.
But I'm kind of part Slytherin too, so it's not that bad.
That's a good point, yeah. Going into this movie, I was a little nervous because out of all the Harry Potter films, this is the one that I've been seeing with the lowest critical rating. And normally, the critic ratings have been really good. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, they've been pretty consistent throughout all 8 films, and even Fantastic Beasts, which was given pretty good reviews. So it was shocking to us when we heard that this was the lowest rated film.
I think it was at a 51% the last time I checked, but I'll edit and post if I'm wrong.
It's at 54 right now, last time I looked.
Oh, well, that's why you're here. But we both walked in pretty nervous, and it's pretty safe to say that we both really liked it. It's got a couple problems here and there, but overall, I like this movie more than the first one, if we're being honest.
Same.
First of all, the acting was very good. You got Eddie Redmayne, a guy that I really like from, like, the beginning to now.
Yeah.
The guy is just consistently very good, and he does a great job here. Don't you agree?
Yeah, he's been wonderful in movies like Les Miserables, even in bad movies like Jupiter Ascending, where he's like that crazy alien dictator.
He's the crazy brother who's like, "How dare you!"
Yeah, he was wonderful in that, and he was also great in Fantastic Beasts, and he's just as great, if not better, here in this one.
Yeah, he's the type of guy who's very nervous and awkward. He clearly loves being around these fantastic beasts more than actual people. He has a very believable struggle with his brother, which at first I was like, oh, great. Can we have a set of brothers who actually get along in a movie? The struggle between the two was actually very believable.
And he was played by the Doctor.
That's a good point, yes. The biggest surprise for me was Johnny Depp. I am not a big fan of his. I think for a good 5-year period, he was just the same role again and again and again. However, in this movie, when you actually do see him, he's pretty menacing. I mean, he's got a couple scenes here and there where I'm like, wow, this is Johnny Depp. He's really good.
I wouldn't call him scary, but intriguing. He was an intriguing character. In bold opinion, I like him more than Voldemort.
Yeah, Voldemort was very over the top, and thanks to Ralph Fiennes, who is another great actor, but in here, you know, Johnny Depp is actually pretty menacing.
Yeah.
He reminded me of Whitey Bulger in Black Mass. Just when you look at him, you're like, you know that if you look at him cross, then he's going to, yeah. And for the majority of the time, the supporting cast was good. Queenie's back, and Tina, they're both back, played by Catherine Watterson. And they were both really good. You got Jacob Kowalski, played by Dan Fogelberg. I was like, wait, didn't they obliviate him? But then they brought him back, and he's actually pretty good in this. Like, he has some legit heart-ripping scenes, which we'll get into in the spoiler-filled video.
But overall, I feel like he was just there for the ride.
I agree, but he still did a good job. But I think the biggest compliment I could give to this movie is the cinematography. Whoever did the cinematography for the first one just made it the most simple and plain-looking movie that you could possibly imagine, with a very bland color palette and nothing very interesting to look at. That is the complete 180 in this movie.
Kind of like the cinematography in the first one.
Yeah, but even still, it was very muted, and it was just like, oh look, it's the city, again. But in this movie, you see the White Cliffs of Dover, and it's immaculate. Mm-hmm. You see the mountainside, and it looks like you're really there.
They do some great shots with Hogwarts.
Indeed. Every scene in this movie has something going on in the background to where you're like, wow, this is immaculate.
It is very... And I think it's the same guy who did the cinematography for the first movie.
I'll edit it in post to make sure. But my biggest problem with the movie, and this is something that we both agree on, is there is a twist in the movie that we will get into in the spoiler video that just was confusing.
It didn't go anywhere, not really.
No, in the grand scheme of things, because I don't want to get into it, but let's just say something happens that makes the twist incredibly irrelevant to where you're scratching your head like, what was that?
It's like trying to pull something important from your mind, put it in the pensieve, and realize this was pointless. Why did I do this?
Indeed. But overall, we both really enjoyed the movie. Mm-hmm. I'm personally going to give it a great rating. It's not perfect. It has its problems. But in terms of this movie versus the first Fantastic Beasts, I'm going to return to this one a lot more. It's a beautiful looking movie. The characters are very well done. The acting is very good. When I first heard that there were going to be 5 of these movies made, I'm like, why? But then, after seeing this movie, I'm like, I can now see why, and I want to see more of this. Wouldn't you agree?
I would say I was sort of looking forward to the 5-movie saga before this one, but now I really want to see where this goes, because this was an interesting chapter, far better direction than the first film in many ways, interesting characters, great action scenes, far better than the first one for sure, and even better than the other Harry Potter movies, if I'm being bold, to be honest.
Better than the Harry Potter movies?
Honestly, because this one really took its time, because if I had my biggest gripe with the action in the Harry Potter movies, mainly the ones by David Yates, is that they went by way too fast. They didn't take time. The closest we got was Dumbledore versus Voldemort, and with the Battle of Hogwarts. And even then, that battle scene, while amazing, had some sequences that went by too quickly. And like the Harry versus Voldemort sequence, that went by like 6 minutes. But this final battle scene alone in this one was just wonderful and one of the greatest.
But that's all for us, guys. Hopefully this video will be up on Friday, and then on Sunday will be our spoiler-filled discussion of this movie. You can follow him at Unique Flim Fan on Twitter. You can also follow me on Twitter at RyanCam20, and all of my social media links will be in the description below. But if you liked the video, please be sure to leave a like. And if you saw the movie and had your thoughts and opinions on it, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. I do read the comments, so let me have it.
And please, if you're afraid to express your opinion because of the majority consensus, don't worry about it. Just express how you feel about it. Be completely honest about it. And no one will hate you for it.
My name is Ryan Cam. That's the Unique Film Fan. And we'll see you in the next one.